Good evening and welcome to Does Football Stand. It is episode 7 of This Week in Football. Mr. Darrell Johnson from Middlesbrough, North East of England with you tonight. As usual, with the man from Cambridge, it's Mr. Owen Coyle. Evening, pal.
Evening, everyone. How are we doing? Daz?
Good, about as good as can be, really, yeah. So we had a bit of a problem today because this week I've been busy we've been on a taster week for some traineeship I'm going on in September, and one of the staff had tested positive, so we can't carry it on this week.
All right, that's been a nightmare.
Yeah, it's been what's the word? Chaotic, really. Let's just say that to say the least. But if you have joined us, welcome along. Get your comments in the live chat, of course. Get involved. We'll have a couple of laughs here and there. We're going to be doing the tournament. Before I think the last episode, actually, when we had Curtis Ramd on. We did the tournament predictor for the Euros, but they've updated it now, so you can actually predict the knockout stages, and it's the real fixtures, so it's not the fixtures you come up with. Really, so yeah, it's the real fixtures. We'll be going through that at some stage. But do get involved in chat. Welcome along if you just joined us. And see, get your comments in chat. We'll put them up on the screen just like this, even though this is mine, but that's just an example. I always put the usual this, that, and the other. I've just literally received an email now saying I'm live on YouTube. Well, I've been live on YouTube for about 2 minutes. So that's quick, isn't it? Not really. Very slow, that. So that's not ideal. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. But how are you doing yourself, mate?
Yeah, I'm doing good, Darrell. Obviously, it's been a bit weird not having football every day for the past 2 days. I don't really know what to do with myself, to be honest. But yeah, no, I've been doing good. Just soaking in the football. Not having finished all my assignments, so I don't have to do anything. School's out, as they say, and the football's in. And just I'm just already buzzing for that game on Tuesday. I think it's going to be a bit different in your household, but for me, hopefully England can. Well, hopefully for both of us. I don't know. I remember you said you're probably supporting England. You're going to have to anyway. But
I get a choice.
I'll just say may the best team win, and just whatever happens. But I'm buzzing for that game. That should be good.
Yeah, I wasn't really when I saw that. I was doing the usual reaction stream for the game against Hungary, and I was thinking, goodness me, defensively awful. And then when I saw at the end of England played Germany, I just went,
yeah.
For God's sake, just felt like banging my head on the wall. The one game I didn't want.
Yeah.
Literally, if it was first or third that we'd actually finished, I was like, yeah, they're taking that. Even though it would have meant we'd have been playing against probably Belgium if we'd finished third. But I was like, I'd rather that than England, Germany. It's not an ideal situation for me, especially in these times. A few people just joined us. Get involved in live chat, by the way, of course. And do like the stream. That'd be great. Got the famous Iron Brew here for you all, of course. And we'll get straight into business. A lot to talk about today. Got the Euros. We'll do our up-to-date knockout predictor. We'll also talk a bit about the EFL fixtures and also everything else that's been going on as well. But I think to start off with, the one thing that was important for us, Hartlepool United got promoted back into the EFL, first time in 4 years. So that was some achievement. I've said Dave Chandler, I'm not sure if you watch the National League, but I've been watching National League quite a lot this season, trying to see how Hartlepool does, and he's done a fantastic job for them this season. Absolutely done superb for them. And I think I'm not a Hartlepool fan myself, but I like to see Hartlepool do well. Obviously, Borough fans, because we have a bit of a connection with Hartlepool. People think Borough and Hartlepool are rivals, and we're not. Because I'll tell you why Borough have a bit of a connection with Hartlepool. It's because when Hartlepool, I think it might have been like 2 years ago, something like that, they were in desperate need of money. And Middlesbrough helped them out. The fans were doing donations towards pools and stuff. And, our community and our fan base, as well as some of the people involved with the actual club as well, sort of got together and helped Hartlepool. And now look where they are. They've got the money they need now, and they're up into the EFL. So, we care a lot about Hartlepool United. So it's always nice when, it doesn't matter what club you support, but it's always nice when you see a club and their fan base sort of helping other clubs out.
Mm. Yeah, no, and also I guess that's why I guess you would have wanted to go up, because it's almost like you can see a bit of your charity, a bit of your sort of kindness go, as you say, go towards them going up. And I guess you, like, Borough can sort of say that, they help them with that. So I guess that's where a lot of pride comes from. But yeah, I was happy for Jeff Stelling as well.
He was on the pitch actually with the players.
I saw that. I saw that pitch. I know. I was loving it. But yeah, I remember when they got relegated. I was watching Gillette Soccer Saturday, he was there with his shirt and everything. I felt so bad for him at the time. So I'm really happy.
Last minute goal as well. That was the annoying thing. Last minute goal send you down. And I was like, oh my! The worst possible way to get relegated. So when it's the last game of the season and it's the last minute goal.
I know.
You've done so well to get this stage, and then you get relegated last game. And I'm like, oh dear. It was a devastating time for Hartlepool. And then they've sort of gone down a bit. They were close to liquidation. We helped them. I think not just Bo. I think one or two other local clubs helped them as well. And obviously other fans. We've had Newcastle fans go to Hartlepool games and stuff. So we've had different. I think majority of the northeastern clubs are sort of contributed in a way, haven't they, really? And now look where they have got themselves back up. So it's a fantastic achievement. And it's not just to do with financial stuff, and the players they brought in, Resorts, Featherstone have been fantastic. But Dave Challoner has done absolutely superb this season for them. Absolutely brilliant. Their first game, by the way, is against Crawley, and then they're against Crewe in the Cup. So not the easiest of starts for them. But it's nice to see a smaller club, because I wouldn't say Hartlepool, not a particularly big club. So it's nice to see a smaller club get back into the EFL, and Hartlepool probably, I'd say, belong in the EFL. I'm not being biased, but they're never a club who shouldn't be stuck in the National League. Same in Notts County, same with Torquay. So anyone could have got up there. But Sutton United as well, by the way, I have to say, I didn't expect them to come up. They could be a surprise package this season, but I think they're favourites to get down, aren't they? Favourites to go down again. But they were a surprise package in the National League. They beat Torquay to the title by 4 points. So how do you think those two teams will do in League Two? I think they'll struggle, but it's the same with any team when they go up. They have to spend a lot of money if they're going to stay up there. Liam Martin, very quickly. Second home game of Argyle's season. Easy 3 points.
I know. Yes,
17th
of August, Cambridge United. Yeah, it won't be easy. It won't be easy, Liam. It won't be easy, mate. We're coming for you. We've got no fear.
You haven't got Paul Mullen now, have you? Because he's gone, I think.
Yeah, he probably will do. So I mean, that'll be a worry. But I mean, I wouldn't be too confident yet, Liam. Let's put it that way. Don't get too confident, because pride comes before a fall, as they say. And
Owen will be able to say this, but what do I always say on Kieran's channel, especially with regards to United games? Don't underestimate.
Exactly. Yeah, don't underestimate them. Exactly.
Never underestimate, especially newly promoted sides, because they can cause a surprise package. So,
it's like Tranmere, when they came up, they did really well when they came up from the National League. I remember
they got promoted the next season, didn't they?
Yeah. So I think we've talked with the other two teams that have gone up this season. I think they might struggle, but they also might do a Tranmere. So who knows, really.
Just on the point Liam's made, by the way, yes, your home record might have been very, very good last season, but it's a different season, new competition. So
exactly.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. I say that. I'm saying I was looking at United's record, unbeaten away all season in the Prem. And I'm thinking we can take that through into next season. You can probably take it through to next season, but could be completely different. Could be a completely different season. So anything can happen, but we'll soon find out. Season starts the 7th of August, isn't it?
Yeah, August.
when we got Blackpool in the Carabao Cup. Now, as soon as the draw was made, no one will know this, but as soon as I ended the stream, I went straight onto booking.com to look at hotels in Blackpool.
Oh yeah. To be fair,
And,
you must be buzzing a day out.
No, I was happy with that. We've booked for the game's the 10th of August, so we've booked for the 10th of August in a hotel, and it only cost us 54 quid a night.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
That's for my mum, dad, and me in one room. So it's obviously different beds. Obviously,
Yeah.
we're not. I don't think we'd all fit in the same bed.
No.
Yeah, that would be strange, wouldn't it? But no, only 108 quid. 108 quid for the free night, for the 2 nights. Sorry, and it's 7 quid per person for breakfast. So you're looking at, if we get breakfast both days, in total, the breakfast and the hotel, which has a bar, it has its own bar and stuff, just under 150 quid, and that's one of the cheapest ones in Blackpool at the minute, and it doesn't actually look too bad. There was one that was only like 70 odd quid, but that looks pretty scruffy, I'm not gonna lie. So,
would you be going to the would you go Pleasure Beach?
Oh, I don't think we can afford that at the minute. It's very expensive to Pleasure Beach. If we could, then we would, but it's difficult. I think we'll mostly just be going there for a day out and the game if we can get the tickets. Last season record very good, so we should beat you at home. I mean, you'd expect, I think, a team like Plymouth, who I'd say were sort of a mid-table team in League One last season. I mean, they finished lower than that, but you know what I mean. They would expect to beat a team that's newly promoted, but don't forget, I think a lot of the newly promoted teams can easily nick a win off you. So I wouldn't get your hopes up too soon.
Don't count your chickens, Liam.
Especially if you lose your first 2 games and you go in with if you have a bad start and then you don't have any confidence going into it. So, but who have you got first? Who have you got first 5 games?
Oh, first 5. I think first day of the season we've got. Who we got? Thing is, I didn't actually watch them as they came out. Someone flipping sent me all of them, but yeah. I think we've got Oxford. We've got Oxford.
Ooh, that's
Can you believe you got Oxford on the first day? Cambridge, like the big rivalry, Oxford United at home first day. I've got to be there. I've got to be there.
I mean, that's going to be a tough one. Let's just say that. Very tough game, that.
Yeah. We've got Cheltenham. To be fair, we got. I remember someone said we had Cheltenham on the final day. So if we have to stay up, I mean, they got promoted with us. So hopefully, fingers crossed. If we have to stay up on the final day, Cheltenham isn't as hard a game as we could have got. To be fair, they're not bad.
Let's have a look. Cambridge United fixtures. So you got Oxford at home, Accrington away, Plymouth away, Burton at home, Bolton at home. That is a tough 5 games to start off with.
Yeah, that is too fair.
Especially Bolton.
Yeah, Bolton. Oh, fuck them. Fuck them,
especially Bolton in League One. I mean, you played them last year, didn't you? And had a decent record against them. Oh, someone's come in.
No, he's gone now.
Oh, well, it's just saw the door open in the background. I don't miss anything. No. We have experience in League One. Experience has nothing to do with it. You could be a Premier League side coming up against a League 2 team and still lose, like Man City have done before. Well, that's a loss then. Yes, probably will be at Oxford. It's at
Cambridge. Yeah, it's at the Abbey. So yeah.
Home advantage. They're certainly back now with the home fans.
Exactly.
But, it'll be some game for you. Anyways, off the EFL for the minute. The Euros. I mean, we were just saying off camera. I don't think it's been the greatest tournament. I think there's only been about 3 or 4 games at the maximum that have been really good games. Fully enjoyed watching them, and the rest of the games have just been
yeah.
bloody bar fest. And I'll tell you what, that England game against Czech Republic was a bar fest. That second half, especially, that was absolutely garbage. How do you think England have done in this tournament?
I think not really impressed at all. I think that as usual we start quite well, and then we just completely fall off during the middle of the game and towards the end of the game. And we usually, if we start well and we get a goal, we usually end up trying to hang on to it towards the end, which against the bigger side just won't work. So I think the only, like, not conceding a goal, I guess you have to say is quite good. But I think one of the main reasons we haven't conceded a goal is because we haven't really attacked as much. So we've always been like in a defensive mode. So I think England. I haven't really been like massively impressed, but I'm hoping. My only hope is that it's because we're growing into the tournament and we want to peak at the final. That's the only hope I've got, really.
Yeah, we haven't been too great, have we? This tournament. It's nothing like the 2018 one, but I think the 2018 one we had an easier group. We really had an easy group. We had Panama, we had Tunisia, and it was the other one. Oh, Belgium. Well, we were never going to beat them. Quite simply. Welcome, Dawn, too. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Looking forward to our game on Boxing Day at the Riverside against Jews. Hopefully, hopefully you'll be. Hopefully you'll come to it, and then we might be able to meet up. But obviously it's Christmas and things change then. Lul. Right.
Come on, Liam. Let's. We're new to League One. Show us some compassion.
Can't beat a bit of positivity, can you?
Exactly.
Dear. I'll tell you, by the way, that England have not impressed this tournament. I think we've just been way too defensive. Now, I'll tell you this, by the way. Obviously, have an experience of watching Germany quite a lot. If you try and defend the lead against Germany, you're going to struggle big time. France managed to do it, but they were very, very lucky. We just couldn't get a shot on target after time in that game. But against England, I think England could be in for a backs-to-the-wall match, especially if they play like they have done in this tournament so far. Very defensive, score a goal, try and defend it out. You're not going to manage that against Germany, especially given how they played with regards to attacking wise against Hungary and Portugal as well. It's just the defending that's the problem, really, for I think both of the teams, really. Going forward, I think Germany are better going forward, but defensively, I think England are better defensively. Because England must take about 10 hours to make one pass into the penalty area. Because it's one of them things that take too long, and I'm thinking, put it in the box then. Come on, we've only got 90 minutes, not 10 hours, I think knowing England, they could have played about another 90 minutes in that second half and still not score.
Yeah,
so,
100%.
Garbage, absolutely. Yep, it was garbage. That
well, Gary Neville wants England to play a back five, so that shows how much he knows. Then,
well, he's defensive, isn't he? Defender, isn't he?
Yeah,
and he was actually not a bad defender either. Germany have a double-decker bus at the back in Hummels who can't run. Yep, and to be honest with you, I think he's better off doing shirt designs instead. If you get the pun. Anyway, let's talk Hummels.
Finally, yeah.
Took you 20 minutes.
Exactly, a bit of a delayed reaction. Oh, is this on +1?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Hummels is very slow, but the back three, I hate the back three. Joachim Löw. I mean, every single time, Ginter, Rudiger, and Hummels is a back three. No pace whatsoever in that back line. Kimmich playing as a full back, not as a wing back. If it was an actual right back, I'd be fine. But as a wing back, he does not do it. He cannot run up, down, up, down, up, down all the time. He hasn't got the energy to do it. As a right back, he stays in position. As a right wing back, he can't really. He tends to drift into midfield. So either play him as an actual right back or a CDM, not a right wing back. Gosens, on the other hand, I think has been superb this tournament. Absolutely brilliant. I also think Havertz has impressed in this tournament as well.
Yeah, Gosens, Havertz. I think with Gosens against Portugal, I mean, I've got to be honest, I haven't really watched much of Atlanta, so I don't really.
Oh, he's superb.
Yeah, I know. I mean, even like actually getting a goal himself with the header, like I thought that was. I think he's probably been one of fine to the tournament along with Dumfries, really.
Yeah, or as I call him, dumb fries. Not
Yeah,
French fries, dumb fries.
yeah. I thought.
Did you know, speaking of fries, did you know the first French fries weren't actually cooked in France? They were cooked in Greece.
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought you were gonna tell. I thought you were gonna tell that joke before you said Dumfries. To be fair.
well, do you know what? Didn't let you down.
Yeah, you didn't. You didn't. You didn't.
Didn't let you down. But no, Liam does make a good point about the double-decker bus in defence. I mean, there might as well be 3 double-decker buses because they've got about as much pace as a bus, all 3 of them. So I think, if I'm honest, I think the best defender out of them 3 in this tournament's Antonio Rudiger, believe it or not.
Yeah. He's probably the quickest as well.
Oh, yeah, by about probably 1 pace. But I don't think he's particularly quick. But Matheus Ginter, I've been disappointed with him in this tournament because he seems to be one of them defenders who he sort of turns up in these tournaments, and he hasn't this time. The back line just hasn't been brilliant. But England, on the other hand, quite solid defensively, but we're giving away way too many opportunities in all the games. We were lucky not to lose against Scotland, and we were lucky not to get a draw, not to end up drawing against Czech Republic. So
yeah,
I think we've been let off a few times, and they're not going to get away with it against Germany.
No, and I feel like against Scotland, I sort of cut them a bit of slack because it was like I was sort of thinking, the media built up so much that it was like a huge occasion, but really we should have been in Scotland. But with Czech Republic, I just thought that. I don't know. I thought, look, this performance is going to be different, and then we just carried on with the sort of sideways passing and all that. And as you say, like against a team which can actually punish us, like going forward, it could be a bit of a bloodbath, to be honest, if we're not careful. But I think it was
exciting, wasn't it? It was about as exciting as watching Plymouth. Sorry, Liam.
Well, to be fair, Liam deserves it after what we said about Cambridge. So we go. But I think Germany going to pose they're the biggest test by far, and I feel like it's one of those games where if we play our best and Germany have an off day, then we have a chance. But if Germany turn up, I don't see us winning, to be honest. But I mean, maybe if it's at Wembley, that's the only hope that England really have is the fact that it's at Wembley. Home advantage might count for something. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll soon see. Up your nose, by the way, the Iron Blues open. Yes, it's the usual's back.
The famous Iron Brew.
As we're on to the Euros, let's go and talk about these knockout games because there's some interesting ties here when I share the screen. Bear with me 2 ticks. You're going to see the screen share like magic. Abracadabra.
Yeah. Need some like holding music. Oh, yeah.
Bit late, but there you go. If you just joined us, keep getting your comments in live chat. Do like the stream as well. Let's get up to 10 likes as per usual. You don't want to look at two of me. I think one of me is enough. The first one to talk about then on here, and this is probably the most entertaining of the ties. It's Portugal, who only just about finished third. They were, I tell you what, by the way, had Hungary had France won against Portugal and Hungary beat Germany, Portugal would have been out.
Exactly. So they were quite,
they were fortunate in the end. But they're up against Belgium, and Belgium are one of them teams who are just superb. They're one of the best teams in the tournament. However, I think there is weak spots in their team, and I think most of it is their defence.
Yeah, I think with Belgium, you don't really know what you're gonna get from them in terms of, they could play a game, they could play one half and they're absolutely mesmerising, like De Bruyne, Lukaku, Hazard, just literally, toying with teams at times. But sometimes their defense just completely and utterly like screws up to the point where anyone could beat them. So I think Belgium. I think I was on one of Richard's streams, and Reece said that Belgium are a team with really good individuals, but not a team. They're not. They're not a team. I mean, they are a team, but they're not a team of. They don't play like a team. They play like a group of individuals, and I mean that could leave them unstuck against Portugal because they do seem to be a lot more of a team than Belgium. But I think Belgium could beat Portugal because as you said, Portugal were quite fortunate. They didn't set the group alight, and I feel like if Belgium have a day out, they could easily knock Portugal out. So I think it'll be probably down to who outscores the other, really, which sounds obvious, but
Well, yeah.
yeah, but I think the two defenses aren't that good, but I just think that the attacks are two of the best attacks in the tournament. So, I mean, you'd think it'd be a good game, but now we've said that, it'll probably go to penalties.
Rich Sports, by the way, has just joined us. Hello, Rich. Hope you're doing well. Hi, guys. Isn't that Portugal as well, Owen? I think he's on about because it was actually me who mentioned the point. It's Belgium's back line's not great. So I think you're on about my point, really. Probably as well as Owen's, but Portugal defensively aren't good either. I mean, they conceded 4 against Germany.
Yeah,
so,
that is true.
It's a game where it's going to be a bit like when France played against Belgium a while ago. I think wasn't that in the World Cup?
Yeah, World Cup. Yeah.
So when France play against Belgium, it's always two teams who have very good attacks but terrible defenses. I think it's going to be that. I think it's going to be the same as that, really, where there'll be goals for both teams, but no one's going to get anywhere close to a clean sheet because both defenses are poor.
You wouldn't think so. But then now, as I said, now we've said that it'll be 0-0 almost certainly. So who knows? And this Euros has been quite boring, so I wouldn't put it past it to be 0-0. To be honest.
JCR said Belgium have only conceded 1 goal all tournament. Delusion.
Oh, wow.
Well, put it this way: they're not great defensively, and neither Portugal.
And who has Belgium actually played?
In the big games, Belgium didn't have any particularly brilliant opponents. Russia obliterated. They had Finland obliterated,
and Denmark,
who I don't think they were ever going to lose against either, really.
No.
So in the big games against the likes of Portugal, France, Germany, etc., I think they'll concede.
Definitely, I think they got.
But at the end of the day, it's hard. It's our opinion against yours. You can have your own opinion. If you don't agree with it, that's fine. At
the end of the day, it gets dark.
But, I think. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that at the minute. It doesn't get dark till like 10:30.
No, that is true.
But no. I mean, I can see why JCR's saying that because the Belgium in the group stage were good defensively, but if you come up against the big teams, France, Italy, etc., who they will probably play in the quarters, it's a completely different ball game in the knockouts. This is where all the teams, especially the underdogs, just go for it. I think it's a completely different ball game in the knockouts. So see, you can all have your own opinions, obviously. I've got the comments up here. Which sports? Bad at defending individuals. Hi, JCR. JCR's put Portugal, I do agree, look leaky. I mean, they've been leaky all tournament, really. Hello, Rich. Yes. So, yeah, you can get your comments in chat. I'll say, if you disagree or whatever, really, that's fine. Everyone has their own opinion. But getting to this, who do we think is going to go through? Personally, I think Belgium have too much in the locker for Portugal. Then again, Portugal have Ronaldo, who has got about 3 penalties. Belgium have got Kevin De Bruyne, who's been really good. So it's a hard one, isn't it? To start.
Yeah, it is.
They've probably picked the worst possible game to try and predict to start off with. But I'd say there's some really good players in both of them teams. It's going to be a bit of a battle, really.
It is,
As we said, it could go to penalties. If it does, who's favourite for that?
That's the thing, because both teams have got good pen takers. So it's like a flip of a coin, really. To be fair, anyone got a coin?
Anyone got a coin? Yes. Well, JC, I was put here. As you said, these games go either way. We'll have to see. Tempo Eclipse. Let us know. Do you think it's going to be Belgium or Portugal? Who's your favourite for that game? Because I'm leaning towards Belgium. Just considering how Portugal defensively have been all campaign. Belgium, Lukaku double. Tempo Eclipse has said. Rich Sport's gone Belgium. So I think we're all going Belgium.
Yeah, Belgium.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Well, I think the comments seem to be unanimous. So I can't disagree with them. I don't think.
I'll just turn on the lights. I've just seen on the stream that it looks like I'm in the dark.
All right.
There we go. That should improve.
Let there be light.
Yeah, I'm delighted with that. Owen, you sent Portugal 3-1 last night.
Did I?
Apparently.
Oh yeah, no.
I mean, he probably won't remember his acceptance then.
Oh yeah. Well, in my mind, in that I'll probably have to put Portugal now. But okay, yeah, Portugal. I said that because I just think that Belgium aren't that good defensively. So yeah, I guess I'll change it. I'll say Portugal then, Daz. I forgot about that.
To be honest with you, it doesn't really matter because these are only predictions. But I think everyone's gone for Portugal. I think everyone's gone for Belgium, really. So we'll go Belgium. Go with the majority of the vote. But Italy, Austria.
Italy.
I don't think we need to discuss this one really. Although Austria have a decent side, I think Italy have too much in the locker. Oh, isn't this Euro 2016? This.
Yeah, it's ringing a bell. It's ringing a bell.
The next one's France, Switzerland.
I wonder.
I don't know. It's I don't know. I mean, I know France didn't concede against Germany. I mean, they were lucky, but they've conceded against Hungary and they've conceded 2 against Portugal. They're not, if I'm being honest, you can say what you like about this, guys, but I don't think France are the team that they used to be. They're not the team that everyone made out. Their attack's good, but their defense is it's difficult. It's sort of the same with. I think it's the same as Portugal's, really, isn't it? It's a bit leaky at times. Does tend to leak 1 or 2 goals.
Yeah. I mean, I think France are definitely they're not as good as everyone says they are, but I just think they'll go past Switzerland. I think.
I think they'll get past Switzerland. But, I mean, if Shaqiri has a good game, then it could be a completely different story. Croatia, for me, not one of the best sides in the tournament, and they're against Spain, who I don't think have also impressed either, other than that last game. But the start to find their form, the 5-0 win against Slovakia gives them a massive boost, and that 3-1 against Scotland for Croatia gives them a boost as well. If Modric is on his A game, Croatia could win.
Could do, yeah.
But I don't see it.
No, I think on Rich's. Well, if Rich can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think last night I predicted a Croatia win just because I thought Modric might be able to control the game and that might help them. But I might be completely wrong. Rich might have to correct me on that, but I think I predicted Croatia. But that's another one which could go either way, I think.
Yeah, I'll just put something in the chat. Yeah, I like the stream, guys. Keep getting involved. Right. Rich Bot thinks Italy will win against Austria as well. Have you done Wales? No, they're down the bottom. So, yeah. By the way, I'm not sure if you have Instagram, you'll have seen my Instagram story, but it was a trophy, and it was a toilet trophy. And
I saw this.
Team is Scotland.
Too right as well. They deserve it. They deserve that for celebrating a draw against us.
Yeah. I didn't send you this. I didn't actually show you this, but I thought this was funny. Actually, you'll be able to see it on the screen probably. If I remove that for a minute, right, and I show you this. I always wanted to own a purebred horse.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, always good. Always good those.
Yeah, I saw that one before. But let's get back on there. Just wanted to do that very quickly because I hadn't shown them that. Sweden, Ukraine. I mean, oh dear. Goodbye. That's not, no. Sweden, Ukraine. Sweden going as the favourites, finishing top of the group. But Ukraine, man, I mean, they got 2 against Netherlands. They got 2 goals against Netherlands. They can score goals, but they can also concede.
Yeah, they're leaky.
It's I think it's going to be all down to the defenses, isn't it? For most of these games, you got teams that have good attacks and not great defenses, other than probably England and Netherlands as such. But I think Sweden will be favourites for that one.
Yeah, I think Sweden will go through. Oh, it's the big one. Oh, this is the big one.
Which you said Croatia, apparently.
Yeah. I was thinking I did. I just had to remind myself because I didn't write them down. I usually write my predictions down, but I didn't write them down last night. So.
Matty Piggott has just messaged me on Instagram saying he thinks England will win 2-1. Interesting. There's a lot of England fans who are saying, "Oh, we'll torture Germany." I don't think that'll be the case, if I'm honest.
Yeah, but I think that's sort of being a bit naive to our history against Germany in tournaments. I think, I said we'd win though. I just said I'd rather be optimistic than pessimistic. So I said we'd win, but it wouldn't be easy.
Well, sorry to the England fans, but I think Germany will win it. Personally,
it definitely that's
because I find England. I find England going forward are very, very slow, and defensively, yes, we haven't conceded a goal. But, and this is the big but, we've been very, very close a few times, and Germany know where the goal is. They've shown it in the tournament.
They do.
Give the ball to Leon Goretzka in the penalty area. That should be a goal. Muller can easily get goals. Havertz has popped up 1 or 2 goals. Gosens, I think, will cause problems down that left-hand side. And Kimmich, it's the midfield and the attack is decent for Germany. It's just the back. It's the back three that's the problem. But for England, it's a strange one, really. Germany good attacking wise, but poor defensively, and England, right, good, okay defensively, but attacking wise, slow. So it's a strange one, really. Could go. I think this could go the whole distance, really. I think we could.
Not penalties again. No, not at Wembley. Oh no.
I just have a feeling it'll be evenly matched. I just have a feeling it's going to be even. If it does go to penalties, we know Germany will win because Germany don't really lose penalties.
No, they don't. They don't.
We know
that's why I'm praying it doesn't go pens.
Yeah, we know what the recent history is like between the two sides. Scotty B's just joined us. Oh, perfect time when we're talking about Germany. Hello, famous man. I'm currently in bed, not been well since Wednesday. I'd get it checked out, mate. Germany need to improve a lot. They're very slow at the back. Yeah, but I think England going forward are pretty slow as well. I mean, they take 10 hours to put a ball in the box. So, you're not going to be able to do that against Germany because they'll just win the ball off you. Hummels is very slow. Did you see him against Mbappe? Well, I mean, that's what I didn't understand. Putting him against Mbappe, right? The back three do not have much pace. If this was FIFA, I'd say at the very, very most 60 to 70 pace. They don't have much at all. And when you're against Mbappe, it's a player like Klosterman would have been ideal because he has pace. Klosterman has pace and he's a defender. So he's that sort of player you need. I think it could be all down to the two wing backs for the Deutsch, and obviously if England are playing back five like a certain Mr. Gary Neville wants, I think the wing backs will play a very important part for both of the teams. It's a difficult one. It's evenly matched, but
I think that's it.
It's hard, isn't it? It's difficult.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I predicted England, but to be fair, my heart, that's more my heart. I think my head sort of thinking Germany might just squeak through, but I predicted England, so I'm going to stick with that prediction. But yeah, I wonder what the chat thinks. To be fair,
Rich Barter said England. I think he just wants England to win. Obviously, Deutsch v France final. You heard it here first. If that's the case, France have got it. France have got it. Hello, Matty. We can beat Germany. I don't know.
Come
if Harry
on.
Kane actually decides to turn up, because he's been garbage all time.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't know why half the time he spends half the time in the defensive third. I don't know why he plays so deep. I don't understand it. England, Germany. I'm going to go with the vast majority. Obviously, because it's not just mine and Owen's predictions. You know, we're getting people involved in chat as well. I'm going to go with the vast majority, if I'm being honest. Even though I do think Germany will win it, but we are going to go for England because of the vast majority, obviously.
It's coming out.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, for me, it doesn't matter to me who wins it, quite simply. But I think Germany will win it. We'll see what happens anyway. We don't have to worry about that game till Tuesday. Netherlands against Czech Republic. Only one winner. Actually, no. No, I'm joking.
Well, Czech Republic are what Turkey. Everyone thought Turkey was. I think they're the dark horses. I think Czech Republic and Denmark, but Czech Republic.
I mean, Patrick Schick's done quite well, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think Holland.
I mean, the goal he scored at Scotland was Schick, wasn't it?
It was Schick. It was very Schick. It was Schick for me. To be fair, I loved it watching it.
That was a great goal there.
But
yes,
I mean,
sir, I can boogie, but I need a certain song. I can right. Okay, I'll shut
They
up.
can boogie their way out of the tournament, can't they?
Yep. Bye. Yeah, indeed. Final game: Wales against Denmark. Now the winner will play Holland. So Denmark, I think they've done quite well considering these setbacks that they've had. I think had they not continued that Finland game, I think it would have been a completely different game, to be honest with you. But there's nothing we can, you can't do anything about it when that sort of thing happens. I just think in that game, I think their mind was just focused on what was going on with regards to Eriksen. The Belgium game, they turned up and played quite well. I thought they were unlucky to lose. And then the game against, who was their final game against? Russia. That was one heck of a game. That they found their feet there and absolutely tortured them. So they can score goals, but again, they can also concede. And I think it's the same with Wales as well. I think Wales in this tournament, I mean, no disrespect, but I don't think they've been the best side. Not a chance. Have they been the best side in the tournament? But they got two important goals against Turkey, an important win against them. Again, they needed to win that sort of sent them through.
Can you hear anything in the background?
Yeah, I can hear Kevin in the background.
Oh, yeah.
Where was I? Yeah, Wales got an important 2-0 win against Turkey, and I thought defended well. Who else did he have? Oh, they had Italy. I thought Wales could have got a point out of that, really, even though they were dominated throughout the game. I think they missed an easy chance or something. If that goes into a completely different game.
Yeah.
And then Austria. Switzerland, sorry, they drew. They drew against Switzerland. And they were 1-0 down. I think if Kiefer Moore has his A game on, I think Wales can do it. But
I think Denmark might just do it.
Yeah, sorry, Rich. I think Denmark will do it. And I'm not, we're not being biased.
No.
We're not being biased at all. But it's one of them games. I think all these games could be tight, apart from Netherlands, really. Denmark, I'd say, a much stronger outfit, if I'm honest. than Wales. Then again, Gareth Bale as well. Gareth Bale, if he turns up and has a
if
good
he
game,
turns up,
anything can happen, really. And we know what Wales are like in this tournament. Euro 2016. Got to the quarters. No, did they get to the quarters?
Semis.
The semis, yeah.
Yeah, Belgium.
Got to the semis and got to
Portugal, yeah.
Portugal. Yeah. I don't like, since when do I write the Deutsch off? Yeah, I didn't think we were going to go. I didn't think we were going to finish second, but against England, I think Germany will win. I just went for England because of the majority. Much stronger. Yeah, I'd say Denmark are a stronger side than Wales, if I'm being honest. I'd say if you disagree, that's fine, but that's our opinion.
I think Denmark are a better team than Wales, but Wales probably have a few better individuals. But Denmark are a better team, like cohesive. But hey, Wales have proved everyone wrong before, so they could prove us wrong again. 100%.
I mean, Euro 2016, very memorable tournament for them, not so much for us. But I mean, they got to the semis. They had Halvops and Kanu. They don't have him anymore, I don't think. That was a Gareth Bale scored a 35-yard free kick.
Yeah,
I was at school watching that, and I was thinking, how's he got that in? I'd never seen anything like it. I mean, it went in off Joe Hart. But,
exactly, Joe Hart didn't exactly.
Yeah, it was a memorable tournament. I think if Wales can beat Denmark, then I mean, they'll still. I think whoever wins this game, I think will go out against Holland. So it depends really. We'll come to the Holland game in a bit, though. But the first one in the quarterfinals, Belgium, Italy, two of the best teams with regards to attacking wise. Two of the best teams in the tournament. Again. Italy, by the way, have not conceded a single goal in this tournament. Belgium have conceded one. Is it going to be the same as Euro 2016, where Italy win it?
I think I might have predicted that Italy would win this game, but
I think Italy definitely won the favourites.
Yeah. I can see Italy France semi-final. I think.
So we'll go for Italy then. Keep getting involved in chat, by the way. France, Spain. I'm not sure.
I think you're saying it depends if France turn up or not.
I don't think they turned up against Hungary, mind.
No, they definitely didn't. To be fair. Yeah.
You have to turn up in these games.
Yeah, and Spain might be sort of just getting slowly better, and by then they might be pretty good.
Do you know I think this could be where France lose.
Yeah,
I think this is where they'll lose.
Yeah, I mean, there's always at least one shock in the Euros. There's always one shock, and
it was Iceland last time.
Yeah, I mean, I think France might just edge it, but it's close. Oh yeah. Oh no, because Iceland have like as big a population as like Leicester or something.
It's probably smaller than Leicester. Right, keep getting your comments in chat, by the way. Who do you fancy for this one? You're thinking France, I'm thinking Spain. So it's a tough one, really. You know what? We'll go with France.
Yeah, France, Italy semi-final sounds good.
I think Spain could win. I think Spain could win it. It all depends on who turns up in the day. Sweden, England. Well, before you say England, right? I know everyone's just going to say England straight away.
Yeah.
Just remember, Sweden topped the group. They've scored a good couple of goals. A lot more than England have scored all tournament. Oh, by the way, North Macedonia, I think, have scored more goals than England in this tournament.
Yeah, they have, because England's only scored 2. So, yeah, they probably have.
So, I think England will beat Sweden, but I think it'll be a toughie.
Yeah, well, I think if England did get past Germany, their confidence would probably take them through the Sweden game. To be fair,
I mean, even if it's Germany as well. I mean, if it's Germany, I fancy Germany to win that, and I think England will win that as well. So I think if whoever wins is going to the semis. Netherlands, Denmark. I think the Netherlands have got that one.
Yeah, I think so.
Now this is the big one. Now this is where it gets difficult. Ooh. Italy, France, and England, Holland.
Well, big fixtures at Wembley as well.
They were both at Wembley. Italy, France. If anyone's going to beat them, it's definitely Italy. Definitely.
Defensively, they're so strong.
By country mile, best team in the tournament, really. I think they're better than France. So I'm tempted to go for Italy.
I think Italy could beat France. I think again, it's all about whether Mbappe, Griezmann, and Benzema actually turn up. But I mean, Italy's defense is so strong that I wouldn't be surprised if they stop France from scoring. If Hungary can only concede one to France, Italy can keep a clean sheet against France. Put it that way.
Well, it's done. Italy in the final.
Wow. The Azzurri make the final. Oh, I'm going to try not to be biased on this one. I think I'll try not to be biased.
God. If we somehow get through, if we somehow manage to get through with the defence to the semi-finals, I don't know how this will go, because for me, Netherlands, I think in all departments, are a better squad.
Yeah,
their midfield is good as well. Frankie de Jong, Gini Wijnaldum, etc.
Oh yeah.
And then
defensively,
you got England, you've got Foden, etc. They're quite good. I think that could be all down to the midfield. I think this one.
I think because both defenses, because I think the Netherlands defensively, what they conceded twice to Ukraine, so I don't know. It's all gonna. There's probably gonna be stuff like that far down the line. There's probably gonna be different permutations and people injured and stuff, and people getting COVID and all that stuff. So
fatigue's a key part.
Yeah. So by then, I mean, who knows?
Are the players fit enough? That's the question.
I think Frankie de Jong could be injured.
Like the games are like once every 3 days or something.
Yeah, once we get to this stage,
like that. I mean, put it this way: if we get to the final, we won't win.
Yeah, we'll get to Italy. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Against Italy, we won't. So I don't know. This is one of the questions that I've thought about. Would you rather? Well, I mean, it's a silly question at the same time. Would you rather get knocked out in the semis or get knocked out in the final? Because you get to the final, I think it's a lot worse, right? I think it's a lot worse losing the final than it is losing the semis.
Yeah.
But then again,
as
each other, really, aren't they?
I was saying, I guess if we make the final, then at least we can say we've been to a final. We get a medal. It's progress. But yeah, I mean, I'm tempted just to say, you know what? Let's bring it home. Let's get England in the final.
I mean, I think Netherlands would win it. Netherlands would win, but okay. And in the final, no chance. There's no chance of us winning it.
England in the final. I mean, we'd have to get quite lucky, I think.
To be honest, I think we've been lucky to get through the group.
Well,
I don't think we've been good.
I think we've only really performed well for like an accumulative about 45 minutes or group stage really, but it's been enough.
There is no third place game. Imagine England get to the final at Wembley, 60,000 fans. Now, I'll just tell you, by the way, that even though everyone say, "Oh, England will win the final if they get to the final play at Wembley," quite simply, in recent times, none of the hosts have won the tournament. I can't think who the last host was, actually. Who the last winner, sorry. France got to the final against Portugal and lost. Portugal got to the final at Lisbon, lost against Greece. Let's have a look. European Championships. Right. I'm trying to think, because it was Portugal won it in 2016 in France. 2008 was in Austria, I think. They didn't get very far. 2012 was Ukraine and Poland. Neither of them won it. 2004, Portugal lost the final to Greece. 2000 was hosted by it was hosted by Belgium and Netherlands, and neither of them got to the final. 1996 was England, lost against Germany, and I think was it the semis?
Yeah, semi-final.
92, Sweden didn't get very far. That was when Germany lost to Denmark somehow. 1988 was in West Germany at the time. That's what it was called, West Germany time. And Netherlands won. 84 was the last time that the hosts actually won the final, France. 1984. So none of the host countries have won the tournament since 1984 when France did it in their home country. Breaking news, by the way, has just come through. Manchester United are close to signing Sancho for 77 mil.
Wow. Yes, it's close to here we go, I think, with Sancho.
Yep. There is no third place playoff, by the way, you'd be glad to know. You'll put England in the final, but I'm just going with the majority. I will get off this because we've already done this now.
Italy win the Euros. You've heard it here first.
To be honest, I think they've been one of the favourites in the tournament anyway. I think a lot of people have had them as favourites.
They have been very good.
There's no third place playoff now. England won't win the Euros. No chance of that happening. Best defence against best attack would be very interesting. Oh, I think it's on about Italy, France.
Yeah.
I think that's key when it's on about that. Got to play Deutsch first before you get to the final. Deutsch v England pens.
Oh, do not want pens.
Scotty Beast said that. Actually, I can get the comments up on here now. Because we're not done with that now. Yeah, Deutsch v England pens. You know what that means, famous man. Yes. Only know too well.
Exactly.
Would you go to pens? Would you go to pens against the Deutsch? I think England and Germany will probably go to penalties, if I'm honest. I know it's the dreaded.
But in a way, because of 96, it's sort of destined to go to pens as well.
It always is. Whenever England play Germany, it's always a bit of a tight one, isn't it? 2016 that they won the Olympia at the Olympia Stadion, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Because it was definitely when we had Roy Hodgson. Eric Dyer scored a last-minute goal, and he had this stupid face mask on.
Oh.
He looked like Billy Batman with the mask on.
Yeah, exactly. Oh.
I was expecting him to celebrate doing it. I was expecting him to finish celebrating going, dinner. I was waiting for him to do that.
Get a cape out or somewhere.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
He looked ridiculous with it on. But, if we go to penalties, I think Germany have it, to be honest. Although the 2018 penalty shootout was our, but I think that's the first ever penalty shootout they won. So we don't know what to expect really. Anything can happen. We're nearly an hour win, but we still haven't gone through everything. The Carabao Cup draw was made yesterday. By the way, the Borough got Blackpool, which I was happy about, and it was away, so it means we've already booked a hotel for Blackpool.
Nice, very nice. Cambridge got Swindon.
That's a tough one because Swindon are a very good side, so I don't think you'll get very far there, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I mean, I remember we used to get Wolves. A lot, and we used to get beat every single time. But hopefully this time.
I don't know. I wouldn't be. Oh, my neck. I wouldn't take Netherlands too lightly because I think Netherlands will beat them. Famous Daddy splashing out the cash. Not really. It's we just got to have on the bank transferred. Anyone else bored of the Sancho transfer saga? Yeah. I have just said, by the way, I didn't actually say this, but I was thinking the other day, it's highly unlikely that I'll get a chance to do Does a Transfer Show for this series because there's so much going on. Plus, I'm going on holiday soon, and we've got all the pre-season games coming up different days. I just don't think it's going to be possible. I don't think it's possible that I'm going to be able to do it. So it's highly unlikely that it's going to return. It won't return for this series, but the January one maybe, but it certainly won't return for this series, I'm afraid, because I just don't have enough time to do it. Because I'm going to get it's going to get more hectic and hectic. So my schedule is very difficult. It's very difficult it's very difficult now. It's just getting busier and busier and busier, so it's virtually impossible to do it. So there'll be no Does a Transfer Show, I'm afraid, this series. And I'll let you know when we get into Christmas time what's going to happen if we even get a chance to do the January one as well. Because that depends on everything as well. Where's the holiday booked? Oh, we're going towards Bridlington, actually. We're going towards Bridlington, so it's a nice little 2-hour journey up there. But I'm going to be spending my birthday there as well, so there'll be a birthday vlog coming out on the 16th, sometime on the evening. Again, I don't think we'll be doing that much. I don't think there'll be that much on the birthday vlog. It'll probably be, I think it'll be sort of the same as the one I did last year, where we just did everything in the caravan. But it was better than nothing. So
Yeah.
And I think people appreciate it. I like it when people appreciate the fact that I try things, because there's been times where I've just felt like I just feel like there's certain, especially with I mean, it's not all the streams, but there's vlogs and stuff and videos of that. There's times where I just feel like there's some videos that are just underappreciated after time, but you get that. You get people who watch videos, a lot of people who don't. So it's one of them things. So I'm still going to carry it on. I'm not going to quit YouTube anytime soon now. So I'm still determined as ever. But when we get into September, it might be very difficult to try and get stuff fitted in. A reminder though, the upcoming schedule, there isn't actually much going on with regards to this weekend. So what I'll tell you is tomorrow. No, I'm busy tomorrow, so I won't be able to do anything tomorrow. Sunday.
What are the games on Sunday?
Well, there's Belgium, Portugal, but I think everyone will be doing that game.
Yeah.
There's Netherlands, Czech Republic. That's probably going to be a bar fest. Oh, right. Well, I'm definitely not watching that. It's got that Russian referee who was absolutely garbage for Germany yesterday. The Germany game yesterday was poor. There's Monday, France, Switzerland. So I'll see what's going on. But I don't think the next stream, really, I don't think next stream will be until Tuesday night. The dreaded game. Oh, hell. Oh, that's good. Turns out our game's 5 o'clock.
It is, yeah. That is.
Oh, no. Great. That's brilliant. I've got stuff going on Tuesday, so I might not be able to do it.
That's the thing. I don't know why they put it at 5. They should have put it at 7 or 8.
If they put it at 8 o'clock, it would have been fine. But 5 o'clock, I don't think is possible.
Mm.
So I've got stuff going on, so I don't know if I'll be able to do it. Oh, well, I'll let you know near the time, but it's highly unlikely now that I've seen that. 5 o'clock, and people don't finish work until 6.
Exactly. Yeah.
What a lousy time. Well, that's good. So England, Germany is not likely, if that's going to be the case. So it might just have to be the quarterfinals.
Mm.
Oh, well. Oh, dear. Box has put in the chat here that Fabrizio Romano, 1 hour ago, Alexander Nubel is set to join AS Monaco on a 2-year loan from Bayern, confirmed as per Atletico. Deal to be signed tomorrow after medicals. So Nubel will be joining AS Monaco. Not surprised, because he isn't likely to get started ahead of Neuer. So I think he's only started 2 games all season. So he's not going to get game time. So I think it's a reasonable decision, really. He'll get game time at Monaco, because I think he's a decent team, a decent side. Plus he has good relationship with Kevin Volland as well. So we'll see what happens there. What do you have to do that's more important than England, Germany? Well, I'm going to be out on Tuesday for most of it, by lots of things, because we've got stuff going on outside. So there's nothing I can do really about that. I might get home just in time for the match to start, but if I only get home literally just before 5, I won't be able to do the stream, because I won't have time to set up before the match starts. So just be one of them things. I'll probably be able to watch a bit, probably like most of the game, but I doubt I'll be streaming it. We'll soon find out. But if I can't do it, hard luck. Simple as that, unfortunately. But it's UEFA screwed us over there. They should not be putting it at 5 o'clock, especially when no one finishes work in England till after 5. So it's not just me that they've probably knackered. It's everyone else who works as well. Stupid time to kick off as well. But the final one in, by the way, the dates to watch out for. So the round of 16 start on Saturday, and the final game's Tuesday night, which is Sweden. The quarterfinals, I think they start on Friday, don't they?
Yeah.
Do they start next Friday? 2nd of July. And then the semi-finals is the 7th and the 8th. Or is it 7th and 8th, or is it both? Well, it can't be the same day, obviously. So it would be the 7th and the 8th. And the finals the 11th of July. Now, hopefully, I'll be able to, if I can actually get some decent internet connection on all day, I might be able to do that stream. So I will take the laptop with me. So we might be able to do the final. But again, that's no guarantees there. But we'll just have to go with the flow. We'll have to go day by day, see what happens, see when there. But I'm pretty certain there's stuff going on Tuesday, so I doubt we'll be able to do it. But I'll find out. I'll find out later on tonight when I ask, because there's probably now going on, and I'm probably just thinking of the wrong week.
Yeah.
So if there is nothing going on, then I'll be able to do it, which will be good. But it'll be a nightmare for me. Right. Is there anything else we want to say? A question here from Box. Anytime today. Will City, I mean, he spelled it wrong, will Oil Club buy Grealish and Kane?
I don't think they'll buy both.
Not
both. Yeah, one. I think I heard stuff about Grealish today, but I think he might sign a new deal at Villa. So I think if they're going to sign one, it'll be Kane. But
what do you mean? I'm not trying to get out of it. They've just put it at a pretty bad time. They put it at bloody 5 o'clock. That's the worst possible time for anyone, that. Especially when it's England. England games have to be 8 o'clock. I mean, it's at Wembley, so England aren't actually travelling anywhere. They're at home. All the England games at Wembley have all been 8 o'clock kickoffs, and they decide to do it at 5 o'clock.
I don't understand it, to be honest.
Lousy decision from UEFA. Oh, yes, I didn't mention this. The away goal rule has gone, and a lot of people aren't happy about it. I'm happy about it because, to be honest with you, I think it should have been scrapped years ago. Because I don't understand, because this is what I didn't seem was right. The Carabao Cup does not have away goals, right? In the semi-finals. The semi-finals are two-legged tie, home and away. There's no away goals. It goes to extra time penalties. So why can't the Champions League be like that? And if it's, if people are going to complain, why don't they just keep away goals in the Champions League and add it into the Carabao Cup? Because having one competition with no away goals and one competition with away goals, it doesn't make sense. You either have them both with away goals or neither. Really. It's competitions as well.
I think the away goal rule. I think a lot of people are upset just because it's something that's been there for ages. Like they just don't want it. They don't want to get rid of it. But
modern football for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really bothered whether it gets changed or not. I just think that it's not really. I think they brought it in originally to try and make sure that they brought it originally basically to try and make sure that the sort of games weren't, teams weren't just playing for draws all the time. But I don't know.
I think it'll be Derby because it looks like they're getting £100,000 fine. That's all they're getting. I mean, Derby always get away with it, don't they?
Yeah.
They're the team. I tell you what, they're lucky to even be in the EFL with the amount of financial fair play they've done. Can't wait for Tuesday's game. Yep. No. There you go. That's one thing I was going to mention. Also, you took the words right out of my mouth, actually. But that was another point that I was going to regard to away goals. No away goals makes the games a lot more interesting. It adds drama. The away goals, I just don't think the away goals are that necessary. I mean, they're effective. Yeah, don't get me wrong, they're effective. But, go to extra time and penalties. It makes the games more entertaining. You get more people watching them if that happens. Because a lot of the time, people turn onto the games just to see the extra time and penalties. As soon as the penalty shootout comes up, everyone's straight to the TV to watch it. You get there's a lot more interest in that. And hence why the Carabao Cup semi-finals, when they go to extra time penalties, are more entertaining than the Champions League's away goal. I always wanted it gone because it makes it more entertaining. You get more interest. You get, people start showing more passion when we go to penalties. Upcoming streams, at the minute, nothing until Tuesday. So very quiet. I mean, to be honest with you, I think with the amount of streams I've done this week, I need a week off. Well, I've got a bit of time off and I go on holiday for 10 days. So what's your famous dinner? What was your famous dinner today? I had an Asda pizza and the Iron Boozy. You saw me drinking it. Nearly finished with it. So final time before I finish it off. Up your nose.
Up your nose.
And he's downed it.
Hey.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on the away goals gone?
I just think that once it gets changed, I think it's just everyone's going to have to get on with it. Really, I don't really see it as a bad thing. I don't see it as an amazing change. I don't see it as a bad thing. Really, I'm just a bit nonplussed. I'm just like, okay, yeah, change it. It doesn't really change it for us. The objective next season, when we're playing the Champions League, it just means when we're at home we can play more attacking and not worry about conceding, really, which helps us obviously because our home record needs a bit of work on it. To be fair, so we need to take all the help we can get at home in the Champions League, especially when we get drawn with like the group of death inevitably.
Yeah, it's a voluntary. I do voluntary work at radio. That's not on a Tuesday, but we always have things going on family-wise on a Tuesday, and to be honest with you, things chop and change every 2 seconds with our family. So I don't know what's going on even there, but I'll let you know near the time anyway what's going on when I actually find out what's happening. Because normally, if something happens, I get told in advance, and on the actual day, oh no, we're not doing this anymore because so-and-so's come out. Oh, for goodness sake. So yeah, if things chop and change, that's why it's very hectic. Very, very hectic at the minute, especially when we're getting towards the 6 weeks as well. It gets very, very busy. So we don't know what we're doing even there. So
No.
but, we'll see what happens. Yeah, cheese up the daffodils. Yeah, good spelling. Yeah, keyboard as usual. Oh dear. Well, I think that'll wrap it up. Really, I think we've been live for an hour and 15 minutes, and I can see Keewan heading out the door.
Yeah, I think dinner might be ready. That's probably why he's going.
Yeah, okay. Good job of finishing here then.
Yeah.
Right, so thank you everyone for joining us tonight. It's actually been a decent stream. Don't forget, if all things well, we'll be back on next Friday talking about potentially this Sancho deal if it happens, if Sancho does sign. We'll be talking one or two bits about about a few transfers, not going to be all transfer based. We'll be talking about the Euro semi-finals and giving our thoughts going into the quarterfinals as well. Will you be joining me next week if you're available?
If I'm available, Daryl, I'd love to join you.
Yep. Cool. So hopefully, all being well, we'll be back next Friday night, 6 o'clock as per usual. Don't forget to tune into CVFM Radio. C for car, V for vehicle, F for frequency, and M for mother. And radio, you can get at 104.5 FM if you live in Middlesbrough. Otherwise, you can get it at www.cvfm.org.uk. Where I'm live on there 12 till 2 now, not 12 till 1 because times have changed. 12 till 2 now on a Monday. So I'll be live on Monday, this coming Monday actually, 12 till 2. Playing music from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and the noughties, come from 1970 to 2009. I have my little 2 songs, 1 artist in there, 3 songs, 1 year as well, and also my joke of the day, which is the moment that everyone looks forward to in the show. My joke of the day. And don't forget, you can tune in on Fridays as well, 2 till 4 as well. Same stuff, obviously different songs even there, and still a bit of fun as well. So make sure you join in to that on Monday. Tune into that on Monday, 12 o'clock. If you need the link, message me on Instagram at Dazzers_football_stand, or you can also message me on Twitter at DarrylJohnson02. It's just going along the bottom there, so take note. They're the Instagram and Twitter accounts that you can message me on there, and I can send you the link over. So yeah, do tune in. We'll be back again next week with more stuff, talking about what's been going on this week in football. But for me and Owen, take care. Bye-bye.
See ya.